94.1 WHRP, Toni with Tmill in the morning. It's Monday, and every Monday we have our special guest, Tish Hardric Associates, because it's Money Monday.
Yes, I love the word money, especially if you can put some in my pocket. All right.
Good morning, Tish.
Hey, Tish.
Good morning, Toni and Tmill. Good morning. Good morning.
Yes,
this morning we are diving into contactless credit cards and payments.
Okay. Let's get into it.
All right. So contactless payments refer to a no-touch form of payment using credit, debit, or gift cards at a point-of-sale system that's equipped with adequate technology. And contactless equipped cards use radio frequency identification, and they also use near-field communication to process the transactions. This payment method is a phenomenal alternative to swiping or inserting the card into the terminal, as we all have been used to for the last few years. And there's a lot of benefits to contactless credit cards. We love the speed. It reduces contact with public surfaces, and there's less wear and tear, and it's much better if you're traveling overseas to use the contactless card method.
And how do you get the contactless credit card?
So you can receive a contactless credit card with your financial institution or your card holder. And make note that they are the safest forms of payment. Really incredibly difficult for a hacker to recreate the one-time code that contactless credit cards create for each transaction. So, with that being said, to help you keep your money safe, it's vital, and you must remain vigilant that you avoid common mistakes that many people make when they're tapping on the go.
All right, let's definitely get into that, because I've used mine a couple times, but I want to know what I'm doing wrong.
The number one mistake people make is tapping without looking. So it's so easy when you're using these contactless payment methods that you forget to check the amount before you're tapping. And research shows that 53% of shoppers were overcharged last year when using the contactless payment method, compared to 41% that was using cash.
Wow.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Yeah. Another mistake is handing your card over to pay. And that's something that I can say I'm really guilty of, but I've been trying to get better at that. Sometimes at restaurants and shops, they will reach out to take your card and tap it themselves. And while this is pretty innocent, if ill-judged gesture could be a crafty way to steal your details, someone would craft it.
So let me ask you this, Tish, when you're at a restaurant and they say, hey, do you want a receipt? Is it a good practice to say yes? Because I see a lot of people say, no, I'm good, because they use their credit card.
Absolutely, it is a great practice to obtain a receipt. And with that being said, you want to make sure to check your bank statements. So if you're not checking your statements and you're just hot about just checking the amount before you pay, you can still file with contactless credit card problems if you're failing to keep an eye on that monthly statement.
You could be charged in other different, if somebody stole your information, that's number one. And you could look at your bank account and see a certain amount and say, oh, I'm good, not knowing days later you're getting ripped off.
Absolutely. And lastly, don't forget your PIN number. While contactless allows us the convenience to make payments without a PIN, it doesn't mean that you can't forget it entirely. So card issuers typically only allow 5 consecutive contactless transactions that can be made before a PIN is requested in order to prevent fraud. So if you're using that card on small payments, make sure you know your PIN number.
Outstanding. Okay. Those are all great tips for, again, contactless. And one of the biggest benefits, like you said, was contacts with surfaces to make sure you're not, dealing with hard surfaces and things like that. But also, how many times has people's information got stolen because you're inserting it into that card reader and they clone it? That's scary.
Yes. And if you want to know if your card's contactless, you can quickly tell by either the front or the back of your card. If it has contactless technology, it's going to have the 4 curved waves that look like a Wi-Fi symbol. And if that symbol isn't there, remember, you can contact your financial institution or your card issuer to ask if they provide contactless enabled cards.
I love it.
Hey, more money tips with Tish.
And keeping us safe. Tish Hardric and Associates, Money Monday tips on 94.1 WHRP.
And as always, it's a pleasure joining you. I'm Tish from Tish Hardric Associates, where we are building foundations of success one step at a time. Visit us at www.thishteam.com.
Toni with Tmill in the morning. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 94.1 WHRP. Check in every Monday at 7:45 a.m. for the TNT Money Monday. Get money-saving tips from Tish Hardric and Associates.
Let's focus on saving.
Every Monday at 7:45 a.m. Find out how to handle debt, plan for college fund, retirement, or travel and more.
Finding everyday savings.
Money saving and money making tips with Tish Hardric and Associates. Money Monday on 94.1 WHRP.
We're building foundations of success one step at a time.